Welcome to M Report, your ultimate source for the latest Real Madrid stories. Today, we'll dive into two exciting transfers. Cristian Romero's move from Tottenham to Real Madrid and the new signing, Franco. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to stay updated with all Real Madrid news. Stay tuned as we break down every detail of these incredible transfers. The first one is about Cristian Romero, wakes before the streetlights dim, when early birds begin their chorus and neon shop signs hum their goodbyes to the night. The air is cool, bracing, and he welcomes it like ritual. In his training gear, he slips out, making his way to the practice pitches of Tottenham's training ground in N17. Unlike preseason theatrics or ceremonious captain's handovers, his elevation to club captain after Son Heung-min's departure came through a short, poised statement. No bluster, no crown, just naming. And in that small moment, everything shifted. An incredible honor, he'd said. But being captain isn't words. It's heavy air, unspoken and islanded on your shoulders, affirmed by steps in the quiet, in drills, in the gaze at teammates. He goes through the morning's routines. Warm-ups, the hiss of trainers on AstroTurf, the coach's voice low but urgent. As he moves, he doesn't bark orders, he anchors the drill. Other players sync to him, how he closes down space, anticipates the pass, fields the header, and unlocks the line. Being a captain here is less about speeches and more about consequence. The way he turns a broken rhythm into stability, how he draws out half seconds that save goals. It's in the lift of a shoulder to redirect a teammate's run and the subtle spread of his body to close two channels at once. That is how he leads. Romero didn't rise here overnight. His journey began far from white lights. Born in Córdoba, Argentina, hunger met instinct. In dusty yards, he learned to time the tackle before he learned to dribble. At Ferro Carril Oeste, he was a boy among grown-ups, fearless, tracking late runs and stepping into challenges older men pulled from. Genoa saw that spark and seized him. Atalanta polished him, taught him angles, positional IQ, when to flee and when to strike. Europe's school of defense shaped his power, but his Argentine fire remained, a collision of intellect and aggression. His move to Tottenham in 2021 was met with eyebrows, but he answered with performances. An earthquake of tackles, headers won with authority, posture bent neither by heat nor pressure, and with each campaign, respect cemented. By 2025, he wasn't just a starting center back, he was captain. So when a name appears on scouts' notes in Madrid, Cristian Romero, it carries weight. For Real, the backline felt sturdy but soulless. Nacho had left, and what remained were bodies, not voices. They needed a voice. The scouting reports described a defender who felt every shift in momentum, who could break pressing lines and step into midfield. Someone who could anchor and also elevate. Madrid's interest was clinical, mapped for 2026. Time to wait, plan, calculate. Not a rumor, but premeditated strategy. Castellanos, scouts, sporting directors spoke. Romero could be the spine. In Tottenham's offices, horned in by the logic of modern football, clear debates began. Selling your captain is seismic. They mapped the alignment needed. 1. The fee must do more than buy a replacement. It must reshape 3 or 4 positions. Wealth without ambition isn't enough. 2. Romero's willingness had to be considered, not by words, but by connection. Loyalty anchored to project. 3. The timing. Mid-season exodus would crush rhythm. It must be 2026 after one more season to galvanize his stature, to yield momentum for the next chapter. In the stands and living rooms, fans spoke his name in unison. Our wall, someone wrote under a picture of him sprinting back to stop a break. How long can they keep him if Madrid calls? They felt the tug between loyalty and destiny. On the pitch, he demonstrated why Madrid persisted. In Europa League nights when Spurs fan fields folded under pressure, he read danger, intervened, organized. In crucial Premier League clashes, he sprinted from cover to clear shots destined for the net. He didn't rack up yellows, he timed tackles like dance steps. Analysts tracked his dual win percentages, intercepts, his progressive passing. They made charts mapping him as a future world-class center back, not just defender, but architect. Each performance was a thread weaving him into Madrid's mental fabric. Amid all this, Romero remained careful, modest. He said publicly that Tottenham was home, that being captain was everything. But in private, away from cameras, he asked his family about Madrid, mentioned the fascination he'd felt since childhood. He didn't broadcast ambition, he let the future unfold in glance and silence. Madrid observed. They saw how he marshaled the defense under pressure, how he released triggers for fullbacks, how he dealt with pacey wingers, a defender comfortable in confrontation and calm alike. They saw how he cut lines with passes, left foot catapulting the ball downfield. They noted that he could be the rebel and the chief, the bomber and the builder. Meanwhile, Tottenham planned. They hunted for center-back talents, younger, athletic, molded in the academy or scouted abroad. Could any step into Romero's shoes next season? They had scouting reports, preliminary bids, conversations in the market. No panic, but proactive. They felt time ticking. Romero, on his side, bore the personal weight of these campaigns. After training, he'd slip into his car alone, the hubbub of fans and press fading. He'd think about his boyhood, about nights watching Argentine national games, about one day stepping onto those bigger stages. But he also thought about Tottenham's project, Europa League, stable rebuild, a team rising. Pundits weighed in. One former defender said, "Romero carries the kind of fire that can awaken a defense. Madrid always chase those." Another noted, "He's a modern defender, good on the ball, good off, high-intensity, ball-playing, emotional spine." The timing became a narrative. 2026, not 2025, the sweet spot. Too early, and Spurs collapse. Too late, and losing value. The chessboard had been drawn. Then came a match, mid-March, under rain-sliced floodlights. Spurs facing an in-form opponent. The score was neck and neck. In the last minute, an attack broke clear. A forward slid the shot through. Romero threw himself at the ball, the leather smacking off his shins, rebounding, the net untouched. It was instinct and will. Standing up, drenched, he looked skyward, armband shimmering. The stadium erupted, not because he saved a goal, but because he'd saved belief. Clips went viral. "Captain Romero," fans said. Tottenham brass nodded. He was mineral to the team. In Madrid, that game made the front page. Scouting director said, "That is what we want." Internally, budget spreadsheets glowed red for add-on windows, amortization scenarios, youth integration sentencing. The number moved. Base $70 million, add-ons to $85 million. Perhaps even a small release clause. Numbers mattered, but so did how those numbers spread risk. Off the pitch, the saga's arc continued. In Argentine restaurants around London, friends toasted him. "Captain," they'd say, clapping him on the shoulder. Supporters hugged him after training. No betrayal, only gratitude, a recognition of journey. Whether he stayed or left, the emotional threads were intact. Back in Spain, whispers of names circulated. Could Real get Koulibaly? Or someone younger on a cheaper fee? Romero's age, 26, perfect. In his prime, yet with years ahead. His profile unique. The narrative began to coalesce. When the time came, show the right package, the right story, and they'd have him. Through spring and early summer, Tottenham's shape solidified. The defense became a fortress, partly because Romero learned to trust others more. Immerse, mentor, hand the mirror. The club signed a younger center-back, passing experience through training sessions, easing expectation. The groundwork began for what may come. For Romero, the season closed with a captain's trophy and a night of quiet reflection. In his house, away from fans and spotlights, he looked at his family photos and thought, "I'm here, but the future may be calling." Madrid's allure is legend, but Tottenham is family. If the clubs talk, he'd want dialogue managed, respectful. If departure came, he wanted it to feel like passing a torch, not a rush. The summer dawns. Rumors stir. Madrid may open silent dialogue soon, yet Tottenham holds the advantage. They control his contract, their timing, their narrative. The world expects a decision, but no announcement has been made. The story is suspended. As of August 15, 2025, the reality is this. Christian Romero stands as Tottenham's captain, their compass. Madrid's eyes linger, interest focused and future drawn. The path to 2026 glows with possibility, a tender dance between loyalty and legend. And as the season edges toward new battles, fans and clubs know this journey is far from final. It's a constellation forming between N17's vanguard and the Bernabeu's brightness, with Romero at its delicate center, leading, watching, waiting, poised for whichever dawn comes next. So let's dive into last story about Franco Mastantuono, awoke to the muted hum of Azul, the morning light spilling gently across his room, illuminating the familiar trappings of his childhood. The scent of fresh bread from the bakery below mingled with the crisp scent of dew on the nearby fields. Today was extraordinary. Not only was it his 18th birthday, marking the legal transition to adulthood, but it was also the day he would officially join Real Madrid, stepping onto the stage of global football greatness. His journey had begun in these very streets, where a younger Franco had chased makeshift balls with friends, often dribbling past imagined defenders, dreaming of stadium lights far beyond his hometown. Before football captured his heart, tennis had been his first love, introduced to him by his father. By 12, he had been ranked among the top 10 youth players in Argentina, but the allure of football proved irresistible. The rhythm of the game, the orchestration of passes, and the creative freedom it allowed felt like home. In 2019, he made the decisive move to dedicate himself entirely to football, joining the Youth Academy of River Plate, one of the most storied clubs in South America. From that moment, his life became a meticulous blend of discipline, training, and dreams. At River Plate, Franco's progress was meteoric. Coaches marveled not only at his technical ability, but at his footballing intelligence. He read the game as if it unfolded in slow motion, anticipating teammates' movements and the defensive shifts of opponents. His left foot was precise, capable of delivering delicate through balls, curling passes that split defenses, and free kicks with remarkable accuracy. By 2023, he made his senior debut, becoming River Plate's youngest ever scorer and drawing attention from scouts across Europe. Each appearance seemed to confirm what many had anticipated. Franco was destined for greatness. His performances in domestic competitions and international tournaments, particularly the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup, brought him into the spotlight. Facing some of the world's most elite teams, Franco demonstrated composure, dribbling intelligence, and creativity under pressure. He scored crucial goals, assisted teammates with vision and timing, and executed plays that reflected a maturity well beyond his age. Real Madrid, always vigilant for emerging talents, saw in Franco not only potential but the capacity to contribute immediately to their tactical systems. Negotiations began in early 2025, culminating in a groundbreaking agreement on June 13th. Real Madrid secured Franco for a total of $63.2 million, including a $45 million base fee and $18.2 million in associated costs, making him the most expensive Argentine footballer in history. However, FIFA regulations meant he could not officially join until his 18th birthday. Until then, he remained at River Plate, continuing to compete, refine his game, and prepare mentally for the immense challenges ahead. The months before his move were a period of intense preparation and reflection. Franco understood that moving to Europe would require adaptation, tactically, physically, and culturally. He trained rigorously, absorbing every lesson from senior teammates, coaches, and even opponents, focusing on improving decision-making, tactical awareness, and composure under pressure. Each session became a preparation for the grandeur awaiting him in Madrid. On August 14, 2025, Franco stepped onto European soil. Madrid greeted him with both excitement and expectation. The Valdebebas training complex, home to countless legends, became his new environment. Xabi Alonso, the Real Madrid manager, personally mentored Franco, guiding him through positioning, spatial awareness, and the nuanced reading of opposition patterns. This mentorship proved pivotal. Franco absorbed tactical concepts with the same precision he applied on the ball, learning how to integrate creativity within structured team strategies. Franco's playing style combined intelligence, versatility, and technical brilliance. Unlike purely explosive talents, he relied on anticipation, vision, and composure. Comfortable as an enganche, attacking midfielder or forward, he could dictate tempo, execute intricate passing sequences, and score from set pieces. River Plate's youth coach often likened him to James Rodriguez, noting his ability to control the game while maintaining calm in high-pressure situations. Yet Franco's style remained uniquely his own, blending South American flair with European tactical discipline. The 2025-2026 season saw Franco gradually integrated into first-team training. His adaptation to European football's speed and physicality was closely monitored. In training scrimmages, he displayed remarkable calmness under pressure, finding space in congested areas and linking defense to attack with intelligence. Senior teammates, recognizing his maturity, offered guidance and mentorship. Vinicius Jr. shared insights on exploiting space and timing runs. Cruz discussed positioning and vision, and Benzema provided advice on movement off the ball, all accelerating Franco's development. His first competitive appearance came in a La Liga match against Sevilla. Madrid fell behind early, and the pressure was immense. Franco received the ball near midfield, scanned the field, and delivered a perfectly weighted through ball to Vinicius, who scored the equalizer. The stadium erupted, and commentators marveled at the calmness and precision displayed by a teenager on the European stage. His vision, balance, and anticipation were extraordinary, marking him as a player capable of influencing matches from his first minutes. The following week, a Champions League group stage match against Juventus tested him further. Madrid pressed high, recovering the ball in midfield. Franco, under immediate pressure, executed a sliding first-touch pass to Benzema, initiating a counter-attack that ended with a goal. Analysts highlighted not just his technical execution, but his situational intelligence, assessing risk, making the right decision, and influencing the outcome under intense scrutiny. Fans began recognizing the arrival of a special talent. Training was complemented by tactical studies. Franco spent hours analyzing opponents' formations, pressing triggers, and attacking patterns. Xabi Alonso emphasized spatial intelligence and understanding off-the-ball movement. Franco absorbed each lesson, integrating theoretical knowledge into his practical game. He learned the art of timing runs, reading defensive lines, and exploiting pockets of space, skills essential for a creative midfielder in elite European football. In a Copa del Rey clash against Atletico Madrid, Franco faced one of his first high-pressure derbies. Madrid trailed early, and the intensity demanded both defensive discipline and creative output. Franco tracked runs defensively, intercepted passes, and initiated attacking sequences, contributing an assist in a 2-1 victory. His balance of defensive responsibility and creative vision impressed coaches, teammates, and fans alike, reinforcing the trust placed in him despite his youth. Off the pitch, Franco remained grounded. He connected regularly with his family, maintained a disciplined lifestyle, and approached social media cautiously. Interviews revealed humility and ambition. He idolized Messi, but emphasized forging his own path, respecting Real Madrid's culture, and committing to long-term growth. His calm demeanor contrasted with the pressures of fame, reinforcing his reputation as a thoughtful, mature professional. Mid-season brought challenges. A minor hamstring strain during training sidelined him for several weeks. The period tested his resilience. Away from matches, Franco focused on tactical analysis, improving positioning, movement, and decision-making. Recovery reinforced his mental toughness, instilling an understanding of the professional discipline required at a club of Madrid's stature. Returning from injury, Franco immediately impacted high-stakes matches. In a La Liga fixture against Barcelona, Madrid fell behind early. Franco recovered possession, dribbled past pressing defenders, and threaded a decisive pass to Rodrigo for the equalizer. Later, he contributed to a third goal with an incisive through ball to Benzema. Commentators and pundits highlighted not only his technical skill, but his psychological maturity in influencing the game during high-pressure situations. As the season progressed, Franco became a regular in matchday squads, contributing in domestic and European competitions. Analysts praised his ability to maintain composure under pressure, make intelligent decisions, and execute high-level tactical instructions. Each performance reinforced the wisdom behind Madrid's record-breaking investment in him. Mentorship from senior players remained critical. Benzema shared insights on positional intelligence, Kroos on passing and tempo control, and Vinicius on exploiting defensive weaknesses. Franco absorbed every lesson, integrating them into his own style, balancing South American creativity with European tactical discipline. Cultural adaptation was equally important. Franco learned European Spanish, navigated city life, and immersed himself in Madrid's traditions. He attended club events, studied media interactions, and built relationships with teammates, demonstrating both maturity and social intelligence. Maintaining connections with family and friends in Argentina provided emotional grounding and perspective. By season's end, Franco's impact was undeniable. In a pivotal Champions League knockout fixture against Manchester City, he orchestrated multiple attacks, including a key assist that opened scoring. His spatial intelligence, composure, and decision-making earned praise globally. While the team did not progress, Franco's performances cemented his status as one of the brightest young talents in world football. Reflecting on the season, Franco considered his journey. From the dusty streets of Azul to River Plate, to Madrid and the Santiago Bernabeu, he had navigated cultural transitions, adapted to European football's demands, and handled immense pressure with grace. Each match, training session, and tactical lesson contributed to a narrative of growth, resilience, and ambition. Franco's story embodies the modern footballer's path. Raw talent refined by discipline, opportunity seized through preparation, and success sustained through resilience. His journey, from Azul to River Plate to Real Madrid, illustrates the interplay of skill, dedication, mentorship, and personal development. Looking forward, Franco aspired to cement his place in Real Madrid's first team, contribute to domestic and European triumphs, and represent Argentina at the 2026 World Cup. His path was just beginning, promising achievements, milestones, and the evolution of a player destined to leave an indelible mark on football history. From Azul to the Bernabeu, Franco Mastantuono's journey is a testament to dreams realized, challenges overcome, and potential yet to be fulfilled. A narrative of talent, discipline, intelligence, and ambition, still unfolding and destined to inspire generations to come. And that's all for today's update from the heart of Madrid. If you enjoyed the stories, hit that subscribe button and join the Madrid Report family. Hala Madrid y nada más.